this time, we'll move to item number 5, which is the patron presentation portion of the meeting. The board encourages and welcomes comments and inputs from our patrons, but we cannot respond, deliberate, or decide regarding any subject that is not included on the posted agenda. Please limit your comments to 5 minutes, and please be reminded that board policy prohibits the mentioning of an employee's name when voicing a concern or a complaint. Tonight, our first patron comes from Mr. Damon Barone. Agenda item.
Alief is the taxpayer, Alief is the parent. Again, the board, it does that. The policy does not state that you cannot mention names. If the board had been monitoring data to begin with, we would not have to sit here and hear Ann Williams and Rick Moreno election campaign speech about school turnaround tonight. If the two of you had not failed the district for the last 12 years, which you've been voting yes to everything given to you by district administrators, and had H.D. Chambers been monitoring data like he was paid to do, we might actually be an A district without all of the fluff, spin, and campaign speeches.
So I interrupt by saying, as board president, it does prohibit you mentioning the name of an employee.
It does not. Questions. This year, Trustee Jennifer Keys has been live streaming the 2 board meetings. Lily Truong conference call has been conference called into 2 committee meetings, and Natasha Butler conference called into 1 committee meeting. So why is the district comfortable in quoting the bare minimums of the law when the community asks that the board meetings be live streamed for the public each month? Alief School Board Policy BE Local and BE Legal states that Alief School Board meetings will be held on the 3rd Tuesday of each month. Why are there never any notifications to the public when the meetings are not going to be held during the time stated on the district's written policies? Why did the district spend an entire school year in summer break telling the public about funding components of House Bill 3, but never once discussed the accountability mechanisms written in the bill to hold the school board and the district accountable to the public beginning September 1st, 2019? Why is the Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Elizabeth Vilas-Powell, contacting Damon Barone asking if he will voluntarily withdraw his conflict of interest grievance for Trustee Darlene Bro and Lily Truong? Why is the school board and Superintendent Chambers overzealous about constantly doing the bare minimums, yet you all work so hard to mislead the public and try to hold us to a higher standard than you hold each other? On the district's website regarding the accountability rating, Superintendent Chambers stated that 90% of the district's campus received an A, B, or C. What does that look like in H.D. Chambers? What does that look like without H.D. Chambers spin factor for the district? Campuses earned 24 C's, 10 B's, 4 A's, 3 D's, and 1 F. During the September 4, 2018 school board meeting, Superintendent Chambers stated that he had not been monitoring data as it related to the academic performance of our schools because it was focused on high school graduation rates. When asked to wonder if H.D. Chambers was monitoring data, would Alief ISD be in the position that we are in now, and would the district have to resort to calculated, misleading public messages and continuous campaigns by Superintendent Chambers to try to discredit the TEA accountability rating while promoting H.D. Chambers' self-assessment of his own leadership? Why are all the 6 schools? Why were all the Alief 6 improvements? Stop my clock.
Stop his clock. If you can correct it, ma'am, because it is in the policy that you can comment on a name as long as it's not about a complaint or a concern, and that's very clear in our policy.
So what if I say good job not monitoring?
And I believe at this point, if you can,
That's not what the policy states, but I'll say good job on admitting to not monitoring, so I'm giving him credit for being honest.
Okay, but let me continue.
Mr. Moreno.
You're disregarding the president's request for you not to say the names, not to continue.
Mr. Moreno.
What about the rest of the policies, Mr. Moreno, that you're not worried about? Can you comment on those policies as well?
Why we stick with the
Mr.
facts?
Moreno, I'm going to ask that we please refrain from engaging in conversation with the taxpayer. Please turn his clock on so he can complete.
Thank you. Okay. How is it the district?
1 moment, sir. Let her get the time correct. It's 2:02.
How is it that the district and the superintendent chambers continue to get more of our tax money each year, but we continue to get less education, less accountability, less governance, and less of the truth from the board and the leadership at 4250 Cook? The board has routinely made it a point to throw jabs at the leadership of HISD, but HISD is now at a higher rating than Alief ISD. When can we publicly expect Alief leadership to become as critical of themselves as you have been on HISD? We routinely hear the board reference the mission statement, board goals, and the vision statement, but I question what these call for action mean to each of you, because what I see you all do and what I hear you say never matches up. It's important to remember that the devil was once an angel, so he too knows how to quote the Bible just like anyone else. My last comment is, how long does it take the District of Innovation to get the cameras in the boardroom fixed and corrected? Thank you. Alief ISD taxpayer, Alief ISD parent, Alief ISD alumni.
The next patron presentation is for Mr. Joe Nwigwe. He's still present. He's not present. And the next board presentation, patron presentation comes from Olivia Rios Williams.